I think we're on. Here, cheers, guys. Before I'm gonna edit this part out, by the way. Hey, what's going on, guys? As you can see, there's some weird things going on right now. We've got 4 people on the podcast for this week. We've got Neeve's Knives.
Hey. What's up?
What's up, guys?
You have to do that.
Almost forgot our line.
Yeah, that's actually one of the questions where that originate from. Are you guys hearing us all right? Everything is all good?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's great.
All right. This is Kelly, by the way. I'm sure you've seen her in videos.
Yes.
Jared,
You know what's probably crazy? She doesn't know who we are, but we know exactly who you are.
I've talked about you guys.
See, it's funny because I don't actually know everything about everybody, but I get to hear the same comment over and over. So as he's editing, I get to hear it. So I'll hear people's voices and I'll go, all right, well, that's 60 times in. And I start saying it back.
Yeah.
And that's how I know people. And then he'll go, oh, what's that question? And I'm like, oh, okay.
We've all been all over your Instagram and checked everything. We've been following you for a long time.
That sounds really creepy.
No, I actually checked you out one time. I did go on your Instagram one time because it was an earlier episode of Ray's, and he had talked about everything. So I might as well.
It's open to the public.
Yeah.
Have at it.
Just like everybody's.
Right.
How are you guys holding up, during these times of quarantine?
Good. I mean, but we're in a city lot like you, so it's chaotic here. Almost everybody's out of work. I mean, I'm working part-time, half the time, and then she's been working. But she's
I work in grocery, so we are at no shortage of work at all. It's a little rough at work just because people don't really respect the whole distancing when they're getting their groceries. Seems like everywhere else they do, but not at the grocery store. It's a weird phenomenon. So it's a little rough. So I try to do what I can to stay in the back and everything.
Yeah. Are people all wearing masks and shit?
It seems like it's I would say it keeps increasing as this goes on. The more people, at first it was 10% of the people I would see. Now I would say it's 60-40. It's still just barely past the majority. And a lot of them, and I know it's because there's a shortage, but a lot of them it's just their shirts or something that, which is better than nothing. But I've noticed that the more people wear or the more they're covered up like gloves and masks, the more likely they are to invade your space because they're safe. Yeah. They don't care if you're not. If they're like, I'm good. And so they'll just come right up to you.
The more bold they are.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane.
My Uber even says, when I click on my Uber, it asks me if I possibly can to wear a mask, or not to take the ride and stuff like that. Wow. I mean, you could still take the ride, but they ask you to.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You see Douglas on? You guys can see him. He's in the back.
He's got a mask.
He's got a mask.
Hey, let's ask that question right away. So because I'm gonna forget to ask that, so I'm gonna do that right now. Who is Douglas and what does he do? That's from Bad Monkey EDC 1. Where did Douglas come from? Is from Seems Logical. So kind of both questions. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. So he's a bulldog, and he basically just creates havoc and makes our life hell.
He's
on our channel.
He's a piece of shit. Straight up.
He cusses a lot and just does chaotic stuff while we're recording.
Yeah.
Where did you guys get him?
I met him. He was a stray outside my work.
Adoption.
Yeah. He was in a clearance bin. That's kind of like a street dog for stuffed animals. And he was just shit talking, but he picked me up. He got me. So I
tried to call them back and tried to return him.
Yeah.
And they said they take return dogs, and as soon as I said it was Douglas, they hung up on me. So.
Yeah, so we're stuck with him.
So now I just get the operator when I call.
So
that's
all right.
great.
That's enough, Doug. Let's go back.
People really have, I guess, enjoyed him being on your videos because that's asked by 2 different people. Now let's just go back to hanging out here. Since we got the first podcast done, we all know each other now.
Oh yeah.
So let's continue back onto what you guys have been up to. So Kara, you're working. Jared, you're working part time.
Yeah, half and half.
Yeah. I'm only working online right now. I create like one big video a week for A-List, and then I post once a day on Instagram for them. And I kind of like just do, like if there's IT problems at the shop, because I have one guy that's literally in a mask and gloves still opening the shop every day.
Really?
Yeah. Can you imagine
going there?
Yeah, can you imagine going to a CBD shop and asking about anxiety, and a guy in a mask and gloves starts talking?
Looks like there's tons of anxiety.
Yeah, but people really wanted us open, and I think because we're kind of like we're not labeled as like a retail shop. It's more like a supplement store, and they can stay open. And a lot of people were actually DMing us, asking us what days would be open if we're still shipping. So we are open there.
Because you guys are doing a lot of mail orders still?
They do. I basically just, a lot of knife people have been hitting me up for CBD, man. It's crazy.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
And my sister-in-law fulfills it. Kelly, what have you been doing lately on the, personal trainer front?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of virtual training sessions. So
that's cool.
It's
awesome.
Really, yeah, I got lucky because I work for Equinox, and they are one of the only gyms that didn't completely let all the trainers go. So we are still being paid through the company, which is, I don't know of another gym that's been fortunate enough to do that. And yeah, we took a pay cut. So, we all agreed to it, and we can do these virtual sessions, and it's really working well.
Yeah.
So,
and it's live?
It is. I actually
kind of like this.
It's
kind of like this.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
I actually was I had to tell him what to do with certain things because I do all of my sessions through Zoom.
Yep.
And so I do it right here in the room, and I just have people do whatever it is they're going to do, and then I pack everything up to get it out of the way, and this is what I use. So it's super clear, very efficient.
It's really yeah, what's up? Go ahead.
I was saying, I seen a guy, because I get into fighting and shit, and I seen a guy, he was
not on the streets, like
he he posted one on YouTube, but I don't think, like, maybe he just didn't know like how to do it to where it was private for his students or whatever. He's a really popular guy. He's an MMA and all kinds of shit. But anyway, so I kind of crashed his party because I seen he was up,
Yeah.
So I was like, forget about it, and I turned it on and I sat there enjoying the session.
Was it Zoom or?
No, it was Bass Rutten.
Oh, Bass Rutten, that guy's awesome.
Yeah,
I love him, man.
It was just YouTube.
He did a YouTube live.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. He's so funny, right? That guy is like.
He's hilarious.
Yeah. I have energy coming out of my fingers. That's
it was that guy? I don't know exactly who that
He's from that movie, Here Comes the Boom, with Kevin James.
Yeah,
he's the best, yo.
So good.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, man. Yo, he was awesome back in the day when he was fighting in like Pride and all that.
He was. If you watch his old fights, for sure.
Badass.
For sure.
So badass.
Yeah, he was a really kind of, I'm not gonna say dirty fighter, but he was though, in the best kind of ways.
Yeah.
And that's why he does lots of like self-defense training stuff because he's good at that.
Hey, you're into UFC, right?
Oh yeah. Big fan.
So I'm gonna like be completely guy right now. I mean, Kelly watches UFC with me, but I'm sure you've heard the news that like Tony Ferguson is fighting Justin Gaethje instead of Khabib. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I wish that he was fighting Khabib. I think it's
me too. But
I wouldn't pay $70 for it though. I'm just gonna be honest.
I never will pay for it. All I do is I just wait till I won't like hear any of the news or anything like that, and then I just wait till the next day or right when it comes online.
Yeah.
And I watch it. I don't look at nothing. I just watch it because I don't want to know. I want to see it for myself. So
I usually catch clips on YouTube the next day to see what happens, and then my brother has ESPN Plus, and you're like, let me use it.
Right.
And then like we just watch it when it's when they usually a month later it's like free, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's a really big one. They're gonna have that fight happen. I kind of wish they just waited so that Khabib could fight him.
Yeah.
That's the fight that I wanted, but I guess it'll still be a good one, man.
Anything that Khabib does right now is money.
Isn't he the one who used to wrestle bears?
Yeah, he did when he was a kid. Yeah,
he's in Russia right now. That's why he can't. There's no coming in or out of Russia. That's why.
Right.
They're doing it on like an Indian reservation or something.
Really?
Yeah. So Dana White,
not
like,
know that.
this is what Dana White announced. Okay, he was like, "Yeah, I found an Indian reservation, and you know, it's going to be sanctioned by the commission and all that. And for all my international fights, I bought an island." That's not even joking. He literally bought an island. Can you imagine? Like,
he's got so much money.
Yeah.
He's got stupid money.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be like Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee, where they fight on an island in the sand and shit. Like, yo, that'd be so dope.
Or like Mortal Kombat or something.
Yeah. So what have you guys been up to aside from, you know, when you're home, you guys have more free time? Kara, are you home a lot more or?
Well, yeah, a little bit. I mean, because since we don't do anything right now, because nobody's doing stuff, we've been playing lots of video games.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one of the questions, buddy. You just hit the thing, ding, ding, ding.
I don't normally play video games, so I'm probably not going to be the best one to answer any of these questions for video games.
Shit, I
There's
forgot
a
who
question
asked
about
this.
video games?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. So
surprising.
seems logical, right? Best commenter on YouTube, one of my faves. He asked, one of his questions is, do you play video games and which ones?
Who is he asking, Jared?
Both of you, if you guys play it at all.
Jared plays nothing. I'm the one who plays video games. Let's get
Okay.
that just
All right. So
straight
what do
right
you
now.
play?
I'm just kidding. He plays with me. I got him into Call of Duty, so that's
You're playing
pretty much-
Warzone?
No, I went back and got Black Ops 3. I didn't have a game system with the exception of the Nintendo 64 for a while.
Yeah.
I used to share with my brother. We don't live me and my brother obviously we don't live together anymore. So like I lost all my game systems when we don't live with each other anymore. So I randomly decided to buy a PS4. I don't think you were super on board with it, but I did it anyway. And then now we play it all the time. So I got Black Ops 3 just because the last time I had played, that was the one I knew. Yeah. And I wanted that zombies map, Shadows of Evils, because it's kind of a little bit harder for the maps. It's got a lot of stuff you got to do, like Easter eggs and stuff. Yeah.
So I've been joining her with that, though. I've been playing.
Yeah, and I got like the Zombie Chronicle expansion pack, and we went back and all the remastered maps and stuff. So then I've gotten to like go back and play some of the old ones I remember from when I was a little bit younger with him. So the map that we're going hard on right now is Ascension, just because it's a little bit easier. There's lots of like good spots to like mess with the zombies and whatnot. So we're starting there, and that's like all we do.
So you're like a zombies, you like zombies, right?
Player.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of COD people, like some of them like only play zombies. The zombies.
Yeah, that's the majority of what I do. If he's filming a video that I don't feel like being a part of because like I just got off work or something like that, that's when I'll play just like campaign mode. Yeah. I only recently got PS Plus, so now I can play like online multiplayer. I haven't yet because I literally got it like 2 days ago, but I can now, so.
You gotta be careful on that because once you start talking, they're like, "Oh my God, it's a girl."
I know.
Really a girl? I got my girl into Borderlands 3. We are on PS4 also.
Oh, that's awesome.
So just imagine the addictive qualities of like a role-playing game, like the nerdy shit where you collect loot and you farm for the next thing. It's like a first-person shooter, but you collect loot. So we are literally just farming. They're over, I think they're like 2 trillion guns in the game or something.
What?
Yeah, dude, it's an insane number. This company.
Just because of like mods or like they're totally different?
The game's algorithm generates guns. Even if you have, let's say you got a gun called the Krakatoa, right? Okay. Let's say Jared has one and I have one. We could have completely different specs and damage on that gun. So you try to farm for the strongest one. So me and her up to the last sort of levels of the last sort of the end of the game. So we are just farming for the sickest guns in the game. We don't even like play the story.
You don't even care about the game. Just trying to get.
Is it like a multiplayer, like online thing, or just something that just you guys?
Only 4 people can play at the same time, and it's only PvE. So it's player versus enemy. It's not player versus player. But the enemies are very hard. The enemies are very fucking hard, dude. Like if you play like at the very end, even though you're like this badass, you could still get killed like right away. And Kelly loves playing it, man.
Me. I'm the one who.
She's always like, "Yo, you want to play Borderlands?" I'm like trying to work on a video. She's like,
That's literally, yeah. No, that used to be me, but now I'll be doing something. He's like, "You want to play Zambies?" And I'm like, "Yes, I do." But it's
yeah, I say Borderlands. So we call it. I say, "You want to play Borderlands?"
Yeah.
But is that kind of? I know it's not quite the same, but my brother was trying to convince me to get some like cross-platform games because he has an Xbox, and he was telling me about PUBG. And
oh yeah.
Is that somewhat similar? I know that's more enemy versus enemy, but as far as like you're running around trying to like,
I think it's third person, right? It's not first person, so it's like you see your character. You're right. You see your whole
body. Yeah, I think you do.
It's cross-platform on the phone, I think, as well as the console and PC.
Yeah.
I'm going full Asian nerd right now.
No, that's okay. I'm right with you. I'm right here.
Well, I'm here, guys. I'm here.
Hey, okay, one more video game question.
Okay,
and
sure.
We'll, have you ever heard of or played the game Dreams on PS4?
Dreams is yes. So people are actually creating games within the game. Yeah, I've heard of it. There's a lot of amazing things going on in there. It's
incredible. It is incredible. People have done entire renditions of like games that never got fully created, or like games that, you know, like even there was somebody who did like a zombies map on it, you know what I mean? And like
Avatar: The Last Airbender is a video that I watched, and I love that show, and it was on Nickelodeon. So I was like, wow, the people that are doing this are absolutely amazing. They're putting in all this time. You don't need programming experience. You just go in, you make these worlds, and people are making money for it, man. Like that Avatar guy on YouTube, I think he has like almost 500,000 subscribers. He's getting, you know, just revenue from just doing that. He has no programming background. Yeah.
That's crazy. It's really cool. I just started very recently going onto the creator side of it and trying to learn how to use their creator tools. They're not super hard to use. It uses a very childlike tutorial style. It's weird. It's almost like a kid's game, but the stuff they're teaching you is like not easy to learn. So it's incredible. I would definitely recommend it if you're like somebody who likes to get into that side of things. It's awesome.
Great.
So how is your
I should have brought a drink to the table.
Here, Snapple.
How has your content creation been going since we've been indoors a lot? You know, as you ramped it up, have you been just thinking of more crazy, kooky ideas? Because that's
constantly. Like I have so much shit. I could probably go for 2 years every single day if I really wanted to, because I just get little nutty ideas, and regardless if it's going to get lots of views or not, it's just fun for me. So, you know, and then if people want to watch, they can. If not, whatever. Even like the sharpening video, it didn't get like a crazy amount of views or nothing, but the people that did see it actually watched the whole thing and got really into it and asked lots of questions. And I had a couple people into sharpening, and even just some people that maybe tried it and then I kind of gave up. Like they got back into actually learn something from the video. So,
dude, what's crazy is that you guys are just falling into questions that people are asking. All right,
I'm loving it.
Because one of the questions is about sharpening. We're gonna go in for that right now.
Nice.
This is from our buddy.
You a sharpening question?
After this, we'll do it after this.
Okay.
So Zach Stuff, our homie Zach Stuff, asked, "Who's better at sharpening?" Between you two.
Me and you.
Between us?
Here? What, you think you're talking about fucking Douglas?
Doug.
I guess.
I don't sharpen, so.
Yeah, I mean, I sharpened for her, so.
I've attempted a couple times, but I haven't put any real effort into it because if I did, I would be better. So we have to just not let me sharpen.
We almost did a video. We're probably going to do it in the future. No, I'm going to say that we're probably going to do a video in the future where she does like her first like real sharpening on, you know, camera with the things I'm saying to see like if it works. Because if she can do it with just me talking and not grabbing it and touching nothing, then anybody can, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Because it'd be the second time you ever put a knife through a stone, is my point.
Sir.
How long have you been sharpening, Jared?
Oh, I started when I was a kid, but I got real deep into it about 2 years ago. Like,
you have a system?
Deep. I do, but I mostly just freehand.
Oh,
I love freehand.
I know, he's really cool.
Baller, bro. I have really a can me like a pussy.
That's what I was going to ask. That was the question. Like, what do you use?
And I still suck. I still suck. No, like okay,
Camy's
so
awesome though.
there's some
I do have a
edges
fixed system, but I don't use
that
it.
I've done
What?
that are good, right? Some edges that I've done on the Cami are good, but this is what happens to me, right? Let's say I'm sharpening this TRM, right? Like I'm doing the thing, I'm getting in there, and then I get impatient, and I'm just like fucking trying to get as far as I can, and you gotta like kind of like equal each side, and then I'm like, the bird's got to be on there, and I fucking flip it over.
Let me ask you something. Do you use diamonds?
I don't use diamonds unless I'm reprofiling.
Okay, well, if you had like your system with diamonds, it would go incredibly faster.
So here's what I try to do. I try to just keep everything at 20 degrees. I'm too lame. I don't want to go
it's not a big
16,
deal.
17.
That's a good angle.
I just want to fix the factory edge, kind of, I guess. Even it out, and then that's it. It's easy. It doesn't take that long because I was really like you can see me. I'm like grinding my teeth already. I'm like, I gotta switch the stone. Like I'm really going in there. But that my experience, I fucked up. I messed up my 0456. I messed it up. Like it has
really?
It has like a snub nose tip. Like it's not even. It's not even a
if
tip
you're learning,
anymore.
you shouldn't do it on your nicer knife. You should learn on more budget-friendly knives. But that's how you learn, and I find it therapeutic now. I love doing it. But you know what? That's a good like proof. Like that, it doesn't matter if you have a system. You do need to know like how to like sharpen and like just the aspects of sharpening, even to use a KME. And that's why like with just a regular stone in hand, if you understand that, like say just sharpening period, it's about just as simple as using a KME. I know you don't have to hold your angle or anything like that, but you still have to know how to use a KME. Like everybody thinks that you just get it and it does it for you.
No,
it's not like that. You actually have to understand like grip patterns and what you're doing to the to the edge. So
do you know Jeff Jewell?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
definitely.
so we're going to talk about that a little bit, which is one of the questions I wanted to ask you myself was, do you guys, have you been approached by sponsors ever?
No.
Because you will be eventually.
What do you mean by sponsor?
All right, so because Jeff Jewell, this was one question I asked Patty about sponsorship, because Jeff Jewell had a company like send him something. And then he like some stones or some shit. I can't say the company name.
Yeah.
But then they threatened to
bash
him because he was on. And Jeff is like the calmest guy.
Yeah.
So it must have been really bad. And they threatened to sue him if he didn't take it down. So
did you know if he wound up taking him down? Did he take it down?
I don't know. I could ask him.
So are you just talking about a company that's said, hey, can you advertise this for me? Is that what you mean by sponsor?
Let's say like this, right? A sponsor could be anything. It could be, they could give you money, or they could just be like, hey, Neeve's Knives, this is Wicked Edge. We're going to send you a Wicked Edge sharpening system. We'd like you to do a video on it. I mean, a Wicked Edge is like, what, $200? You know what I mean?
It's really more than that.
Yeah, and
the only things we've had are the only things like that we've had are very minimal. Like the products are very like just simple. Like the one I can totally say because it's all went well. Like those Rook, whatever RUK, they're like little box cutter.
Oh yeah,
things.
they sent
like
I'm jealous.
Yeah, they sent us. Well, I think they gave us like pretty much the lowest end version of it, and it was only a request, just like, hey, can you just show it on your Instagram? And we're like, yeah, I mean, if it's
just
good.
Instagram.
We also got a key organizer from another company.
Or not?
It's not a key bar.
If key bar hits you up, I'm gonna ask for the contact.
Yeah, I wish.
But
Same thing though. Same thing.
There was no real strings attached. No. It was just kind of like, we want you guys to check this out because we want your opinion. The Rook, RUK, however you say it, that was the only thing where they were like, basically like, can you advertise this on your Instagram? That was it.
But and then Kubi has sent us a couple knives, but just being cool.
But they paid me to take pictures of the knife. That was why.
TRM sent us a knife for our giveaway. That was awesome. No, I know. Awesome. I'm just saying that was awesome though. I just want to shout them out. TRM.
So I had TRM, like I love them even more now. I showed the Atom. This was an Atom that I won in a raffle.
Okay.
So this is the Apex Pass Around Atom. And I was the last one who had it. And then Blade Banner did the raffle, and I won this. And what's funny is the day right before that, I was telling Daily Carry Solutions, because I was making these IG stories saying like, yo, TRM, hit me up. I'll make free content for you. All this like silly stuff.
Yeah.
And then someone posted my review on TRM's Facebook, and I got hit up by like the owner.
That's awesome.
And
was
like
it that lady Marianne?
Yes.
Yeah, she's really cool.
So I was like, yo, I will make, don't even pay me. I just love what you guys are doing. I want to spread your message to people that watch me. And she was
they're
like,
awesome.
You know, she's like, you have a great voice and a great view on, you know, we'll be in touch like after this whole craziness with the quarantine and all that happens, man.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean, I hope, right? I'm like crossing my fingers. That's the only kind of like.
I'm sure they will.
They'll follow through.
Yeah, they got a hold of us.
I know someone who knows her, Marianne. He knows her pretty personally, and like just from all this knife stuff. But like if she finds somebody that she likes, it seems like she really values their opinion and uses that as an avenue to reach other knife people. Just from this person I'm talking about is not even, doesn't even have a channel or anything. Like he's just on Instagram and he's part of their Facebook group and all that stuff. And I mean, she comes to him when they have new ideas even and stuff. Like they seem to really follow through and take someone who they appreciate's opinion very seriously.
Well, just a community, I think. Like the people in the community, they take
They're
seriously,
awesome.
and you know. So.
Yeah, that's how we got the knife from them. Was just because
which knife was it?
It was we gave away a Neutron for our 1,000 subscribers.
Wow.
Yeah, it looked just like yours. It was red like that.
But it's like smaller, right?
Scale.
It was smaller.
Yeah, just smaller.
Okay. Yeah, not by much though.
It was nice. It was nice.
Yeah, I would have wanted a smaller one. I just really like.
It's not much smaller though. Like it's basically the same thing you got.
Is it like maybe 3-inch blade?
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be better for you. I know what you're talking about.
You guys take it apart?
It's not that much song. No, I literally kept it perfect. I didn't even do a review on it.
Yeah.
I literally did the video for the giveaway with it. Yeah. Because I wanted the person that was getting it to know like that I didn't touch, I didn't mess. I literally flipped it a few times and put it back, and I respected that this wasn't for us. This wasn't for us to enjoy. This was for the people that have been following us. So.
You know, let's take a little bit of time and like have Kelly chime in. So I've got the Gabco nurse here.
Yeah, for sure.
Give that a flip and like tell us what you think about it.
I did it. As you guys can see, this is a knife, and I flipped it.
That's something you would like to carry, or is it too thick?
Now.
There are holes in this knife, so therefore it's incomplete.
What the hell? Let me ask Kelly some questions.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Okay, all right. So do you carry a knife?
That's
a no. Okay.
No, she did. She carried a CH Knives fidget spinner knife with S35VN on it. She was carrying it a lot. It was small. She worked at PetSmart before she worked at Equinox.
Okay.
And she was carrying that. You lost it, right?
No, I have it.
Oh, you have it? Okay.
But I just don't.
Oh, you still have it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit strange to just flip a knife out.
I'd be sitting
like you're at Equinox, it's personal training. You like take out a ZT.
So she's getting her people involved in knives now instead of personal training.
But yep. Good.
I was just gonna say, so like of the knives that Ray has, is there anything that catches your eye at all, like that you enjoy or like the look of? Just looks wise.
Oh yeah, I like the little one that's out on the table.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, she likes her favorite right now. Actually, came from Slicey Dicey. It's the Steel Will Kobold, the little small guy.
It's like the little fat.
Oh yeah. No, I didn't know.
Slicey gave it to me.
Slicey loves it.
Like super.
It's fucking
tiny
adorable, but it's like awesome.
It's so cute.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah,
it's
I really
awesome.
like it.
Slicey seems to love it, so.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I think you like this more than me." He held on to the give a knife, take a knife package for like months, and then he gave it to me for free. All right, thanks, dude.
We're supposed to be getting that soon.
Yeah,
the pass around for the give a take or give a knife, take a knife. Yeah.
Take a knife. Take a knife.
Take a knife.
That pass around.
We're supposed to be able to give two though.
Yeah.
We have to give two and take two. So one.
Oh,
for
that's
one
what you got.
We're gonna put two in, obviously.
Yeah.
So two for me, one for you.
Yeah, that pass around is gonna go on for I think a year. I think.
Yeah, I bet.
Because there are
We have
like
10 people.
11, at least maybe 10, 11 people.
There's a lot of people involved. I know that. Which is cool. That's an awesome idea. Period.
JT, man,
a brilliant idea.
JT.
I know.
Yeah. Have you guys watched the videos that people have made, or you're kind of, not watching?
I don't want to know because see, this is what happens. I saw the knife you put in.
Yeah.
I want it, and now
that knife is
probably be
thick.
there. I love it. I love anything that's like short and fat like that. Yeah,
it's like just an overbuilt, completely doesn't need to be that overbuilt kind of knife.
I love it.
I dig it. I just thought that I wanted people in the pass around to see this crazy thing that no one would pay $300 for that.
Honestly, you said it was pretty expensive.
So it was $308, dude. That's why when I put it in the pass around group, I had to go in the chat and I was like, okay, who's gonna be the asshole that takes the most expensive thing? And everybody's like, oh, Jack Farm Boy was like, oh, I call dibs on. So we'll see.
I'm thinking about not watching them no more though. Now that we know that we're involved, because before, I never thought it was going to show up here. So I've been watching because I've been kind of curious, like, what are people going to take? What are they going to put in? And now it's like I'm kind of curious, like I want to be surprised almost. Well,
I don't want to be disappointed, or like I don't even want to think about it like that, because it doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's just for fun. So I don't want to keep watching and like getting my hopes up.
Already know what's coming.
Or already know what's coming.
Right.
I just want to see what it is.
Yeah, it's really crazy this time around. The first time I did it, I put in a launch. Which launch was that? I think it was the launch. Which is this tiny Kershaw launch?
4.
Yeah, so I put in a 4, but it had like a scratch on it, and I was like so worried that people were gonna be upset. But like the next person took it right away. This one is so much like. The selection is so much better in this one. It's just insane. People are putting in rare knives like that. Oh, if you guys didn't watch it, I'm not going to tell you.
That prototype? Are you talking about the micarta prototype, that thing?
Yeah, from Daily Carry Solutions.
Yeah, that thing is sweet.
That was the last one I watched. I know that was recent.
Concept, right?
Concept, something like, concept, something like that. Yeah. Some Asian thing.
Yeah.
Let's go to some questions, right? Let's go to some questions.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so Daily Carry Solutions, speak of the devil, right?
Yep.
What's your #1 non-knife piece of EDC gear? I guess you know what we'll do? We'll all answer it, right?
You guys, why don't you guys go first?
All right, I can go first. Probably this. It's
the
probably
phone?
Most, yeah.
That can't be it. That can't be. No, that doesn't.
No. Okay. All right. Fine.
Nope.
I have.
Everybody's got one.
Okay. The next thing probably would be I have like one of those mini O-lights.
Okay.
I think is it the RS1 maybe? It's just really the smallest one. It's like a keychain size.
Is it rechargeable or not rechargeable?
Not rechargeable.
Okay, I think that's the S1.
I never leave my house without that. I have a pocket sheath. It's leather. I have a Victorinox like Cadet in there. I have some mini Alox one. I have a pocket pens, because I can't afford a
I got some.
I got that, and I have the O-Light. I bring that with me every single day.
So it's like your pouch is like what you're saying. Like
but those items do not change. It's always
right.
Swiss Army knives, a pen, the small light from O-Light, and that the pocket pen, just in case I need to write something. Just always have that in the pocket.
All right, Kelly, your turn.
I'm not great at this.
You carry something.
I do. So in New York, you have to have like your essentials that you always have with you.
For sure.
So it's for me, it's like a little pouch. And you have to have hand sanitizer is the absolute number one.
Hey, that is part of your EDC.
Yeah, that's that's literally so hand sanitizer is the adult. So I'll say I have 2 that I always have with me. My adult one, hand sanitizer in New York.
That's awesome.
Right? The not adult one is my keys are on a bottle opener key fob. So whenever I think I've used it twice ever. Like I have never needed it, but it broke once and I actually went out and found it a second time. And I don't know I don't know what in the hell I think I'm gonna open with this, but my keys are on it. Yeah. I mean I don't drink that much beer anymore. But for some reason, You gotta have
after
it.
you lose it, you're gonna run into bottles everywhere.
Yeah.
Imagine
That's how
everything
it
switches to
goes.
bottles
And I'm
for
like,
contamination.
Yeah.
Everything
I
is...
literally
Exactly,
think,
yeah.
I think mentally I'm still hoping that I'm going back to my college days.
How about
I'm
you
ready.
guys?
Okay,
you
so
guys?
I carry I have a backpack that I carry every day.
I
and
have one too.
I have everything in there.
Yeah,
Everything.
yeah.
So I pretty much carry everything no matter what. But if I don't have my backpack, which has everything in there, I mean, it has chargers, flashlights.
That's cheating. That's
I know. That's why I'm not going to do that.
I do the same thing. I have chargers and all that
I carry
too.
my leather wallet every day no matter what.
Of course.
And I usually, if I don't have my backpack, I'll carry a hank with me, and I burrito inside of it. A little pry bar and the same flashlight that you're talking about.
Yep.
I put inside a hank and I roll it up into like a burrito, pop a rubber band around it, and it sits in my knife pocket so it doesn't scratch my knife.
Oh, wow. That's true EDC right there, man.
Otherwise, if you put anything in your knife pocket, it's just going to scratch your knife.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So this way I can carry stuff in my knife pocket without ever having to worry about scratching anything.
That's awesome.
Your
How
turn.
about you?
Well, I don't have the luxury to put other things in my pocket like that, so I'm fairly limited in the pocket space region. So what I do is actually similar to you, Ray. It's a Maxpedition pouch that we actually got from one of our viewers, Jamie Loves Knives. He gave it to us a while back when he sent us some knives, and I wasn't really sure if I would ever actually be able to use it because it's a little bulky, but I wound up making it this thing that I wear it every single day if I'm working. Mm-hmm. So that's most of the time. And so it literally goes on your belt loop. I think it's actually like an ammunition pouch, possibly.
Almost like something like this, right? But like maybe a little fatter. I think I know what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about.
It is.
It's big and bulky.
Yeah. Oh, it's so close.
It's got mole on it. It's right. It's got a little bit of mole on it.
Yeah,
it's camel. But
Yeah,
she
man.
does carry it every day, and every day when she comes in, she got this big old pouch right off of her hip filled with shit.
That's so funny.
But hey, I mean, when you don't got pockets, you gotta do something, right?
You have
I'm sure
to.
Kelly, I'm sure you know.
I have like 18 fanny packs. I
wear a fanny pack, dude. I watch too much Joe Rogan to not have one.
Okay.
All right, let me see.
Right. This is the main one I carry. It's like this.
Dude, that's pretty big.
That's amazing.
Fucking huge. It's huge.
It's pretty big. It's right here.
Yeah,
and I've had
happy.
Yeah, but you know why I carry one this big? The original reason I started doing it in the first place was because when I had my phone in my back pocket at work, I'm lifting boxes, constantly bending down, and it bent my phone like a little bit to where it messed it up. And so I was like, you know what? I got a new phone. I'm not going to break it. And this was all I had to work with me at work.
Yeah.
And so, but now it always has like a pen or a marker. And then I switched to a more slender one.
Yeah.
These days, it's more annoying for my phone, but it always has candy in it. And it also, it also always has that same Olight actually you were talking about.
Yeah.
In it, and then I always have like a pry bar and some other things in it. And I mean, I do a lot with my pouches. I have keys for work, all sorts of things like that. So in general, it would be the
What's this one?
The pouch thing. This is just another one. It clips to your belt, but it's just like an open space.
Is that for a radio?
It's for a device we use at work.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just stole one because I didn't want to contaminate one. So you know.
That's hilarious. Yeah, that's great, man. Do people ever give you like the the EDC person head nod when they see you with it? They're like yo, what's up? Like they know. Dude, when I see people with paracord, I look at them. I'm like,
you give the look.
I'm one of you. You know, when I paracord, I'm like, hey.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
tried
mean?
starting like a conversation when I saw somebody with a Ridge wallet one time, and I was like, okay, maybe he's one of them. I tried to like flash the pouch a couple times, making sure because there's an Olight patch on the outside of it, so I made sure to have that visible. I tried. I just think he had the wallet, and that was it. But I've only ran into like a few people, very rarely. Yeah, I've ran a few people that I work with to start carrying knives.
Yeah.
But. And the one girl I got started, she genuinely carries it every day. She has a name for it. I mean, she loves that damn knife. Like, she really does, like, keep up with it. It's really cool. So, but yeah, I don't I don't have a lot. Although,
Dude,
one thing really quick.
What?
I did have a guy when I was working one time. He saw that pouch and he's like, man, that's quite a, what do you call, a satchel you have there.
Satchel.
And I whip my head around and I go, it is a tactical pouch, sir.
A satchel.
And he was like, oh shit, okay. He was so yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, I actually wear a Rap Dom like tactical sling bag with like knife company patches on it, right? Every day when I used to go to work before this quarantine thing. And one day I was just hoping that somebody's gonna go like, yo, Benchmade, what up? You know what I mean? Like, because I got the Benchmade patch on my bag. Like, I'm done, because I'm on a subway.
What kind of Benchmade you got, bro?
Yeah, and he's like, you know what I mean? I'm waiting. I think Blade Brigade New York is the only guy I've met that's like a New York City or in the 5 boroughs person that I got cool with. I know you guys are cool with him, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I made him start a YouTube channel.
No, yeah, he's cool.
That?
Yeah, I'm gonna
he just did a video yesterday.
Yeah, he did. He just posted another video on his YouTube.
That's amazing. I'm gonna get him on the podcast again because his video was cut off. This will probably be
his
better.
face.
About running into people, I was just talking to somebody about that, and I was saying that it seems like every time I carry, say, something you wouldn't be proud of, you know, like just some budget shit that you can get from Walmart or whatever, to carry it for a review or whatever. That's when I'll run into somebody that knows knives. And then it's like, now I finally got the chance to pull something badass out and impress somebody. And it's like, what do you got? Saw. You know, it's like
the guy is pulling out like a Marfione custom or something.
Right.
Like, yo, I got Walmart. Ozark.
I promise you, I'm
Ozark Trail or whatever.
I promise, man. I don't just
look at my YouTube. Let's look at another question here. Let's look at another question. Eric Be Like. I don't know if you guys know that guy from Instagram. I know that is. What knife have you regretted selling that you had to buy again?
None. Oh, no, wait. You know what? Actually, okay, so this isn't nothing we have right now, but back in the day, it was years ago. I had this Kershaw, and I can't remember the name of it for the life of me. But it was a Warncliffe, and it was just fucking good. It was really good. I think it was 14C28N. I'm not sure what the name of it was, but when I got it though, like it just worked so good for me. And I was doing construction, if you lay a good knife down anywhere, it's gone. And I went through about 4.
Because someone steals it?
Someone steals it, or you might lose it. You could drop it, but for sure, I had at least 2 of them stolen. I know for sure where I lost one, and then another one got lost somewhere.
I think the question was a knife you sold.
I know, but I'm just saying, I don't really.
We don't have one,
I'm actually trying to buy back some knives right now that I sold a few years ago. Because I know the guy probably still has them, so I tracked him down. I talked to him actually the other day, and he still has some of them, and I'm going to try to buy some back.
Well, we certainly don't have a knife that I haven't had one yet that I've done that. Let's go to a fun one, right? Let's go to a non-knife one. This one is from Seems Logical. He said, not necessarily a question, but you guys have to talk about pizza because you're from Chicago and I'm from New York. I was talking about this with Kelly just before we got on the podcast, and I was like, look, this is not going to be a fun like pizza rivalry thing because I actually love deep dish too. You know what I mean? I love
New York.
I'd rather have New York than deep dish. I'd way rather have New York pizza than deep dish.
I hate deep dish.
I will say we have some really good fucking pizzas that aren't deep dish. So.
There's this pizza that's like not a pie, right? In Chicago?
There's 2 types.
It's like in a bowl or something. Like I remember.
It's in a pan, is what it is.
Yeah.
Picture like a cake pan, round, but also a tall edge. And it
filled.
Because you hear that from like Pizza Hut and stuff like that, like, oh, pan pizza. That's kind of what it is, but it's like really thick and it'll be like
filled.
Sauce, cheese. And it's so much. And there'll be like a full ass tomato in the middle of it.
You have to use
what?
Yeah, you choke. The cheese is so thick, like if you eat it, you'll get a connected string all the way down your stomach.
How thick is it? How high? How high is it?
About 4 inches.
Like that?
3 to 4. Yeah.
Dude.
Oh yeah.
The actual crust sticks up like that. You gotta go like downtown to like the original Uno's Pizza. There's a couple like staple places that exist that really are the ones who did that well, because you hear a lot of deep dish and you go places and it's not deep dish. It's just really thick pizza and it's not that good. Any day, I have a lot of family from the East Coast and I have an aunt who lives in New York right now. I prefer anything on the East Coast for pizza over Chicago. I do not. We don't even sell by the slice around here. You can't get that. See, that's scary to someone from New York. You can't buy it by the slice. It's very rare.
Some places, but like not the.
You don't even cut it in triangles around here.
That's what I love a nice triangle piece of pizza.
They don't
that's
do
my
it.
favorite.
They always do square.
Yeah, we get square cuts.
So like Sicilian style, kind of.
There's still some triangle, like Domino's and shit like that does triangle.
Yeah.
But for the most part, if you get a pizza and it's like thin crust, it's all going to be cut into squares.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I
so
gotcha.
you get pieces with no crust. Like, they're always left in the middle. No one wants them. It's stupid. It's stupid.
So you heard that right. Seems logical. We talked about pizza. Let's go to JT's Knife Life, right?
All right.
You know, that's our homie. He says he finds it interesting that Kara does all the technical stuff. Does Jared plan on learning this stuff anytime soon?
He just recently did learn, and basically that was because he wanted to. He actually wanted to learn it.
That's great.
I had been teaching it to him the entire time. It just wasn't sticking because I think there was no real need for him to do it. So if there's not a need, you have no, motivation to learn it. But I think now that I have been just wrecked from work and there was more of a need for him to do some of that, especially if he's doing some of his own videos now as well, like that, absolutely having the ability to take the video the full mile without having to be like, oh, can you come like put text on this picture for me? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. It makes it really easy for us to be able to do that. Because last time we had explained to you, we edit on his phone. So if we were apart, it wasn't getting done. So
dude, I can't believe that you can't edit on your phone and you have the same iPhone as Kelly does.
It crashes. The system I like to use, which is the same one, it just, I don't know. I'm going to try to
figure it out.
See if there's a patch or something.
Really?
Doesn't work on her phone, but you haven't used it on
it works, but it crashes.
I did.
You did? Did it work?
It worked fine.
Oh, let me ask you this. On the video that...
but I mean, you're talking little tiny snippets. So you're talking like a
it would always be after a while. It would be after a while. If I was on there for 30 minutes, I go to do one last thing, crashes. And then once it starts, it never stops.
There was a video that I watched today. Jared was in it. And who you made that video?
Which one?
The one where you did a shout out to me and you showed like the screen.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah.
Oh,
you like that?
I
did. That touched me. I did cheat though. I cheated with that one.
Yeah.
I cheated with that one because that was just an iPad.
Yeah, he just filmed the iPad.
That's okay. That's okay.
I didn't
as long as you could splice it in. I did a tutorial on how to do the triple camera on my channel. And I'm going to tell you right now, the video did just okay. I think a lot of the people that watch me normally, like the regulars, they all watched it. But it's unless you've edited on KineMaster before, I think it's kind of like a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I explained.
But if you're doing something though, like say knife content, if you change it and do something else. You're not going to, unless if you keep uploading videos like that, you're probably not going to get a lot of views on it because, people already have, like those type of people, that they go to or watch. Right. You got to keep doing those videos.
You know what's crazy though? To back on that, when I made that video, I had a guy, not going to mention his name because I'm having him on tomorrow, right? Oh, on Sunday. He commented on that video, the tutorial with the triple camera, and he was like, oh shit, that's really awesome. Thank you for explaining everything. Like, I can't believe you edited everything on the phone. He commented on another video of mine where he was talking about audio. I finally clicked on the guy's YouTube channel. Bro, he's going to be a fucking game changer, man.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Who is it?
I'm not going to say his name, but I know exactly who you're talking about. And he has like the blueprints and all that stuff of the knives. he can tell you, like, as he's going down, he literally pieces it together with a drawing. I showed you him, remember?
Imagine like Tosh.0, where they do the screens and all that.
Yeah.
At a very professional level. He seems to be pretty well spoken. He's from Jersey, actually. I talked to him.
I commented on his
he's
videos.
from Jersey.
I don't think he's probably going to remember who I was that commented, but I commented on 2 or 3 of his videos, and I even said, I think I said a comment like, man, you do not have near as many subscribers.
Yeah, dude, under 200 subs, man. And I told him, I was like, yo, I don't have a huge following, but I want people to start watching your stuff because I was waiting for the day that I came across a person that was in the knife community that was going to, like, I want to learn how to edit from them. You know what I mean? Yeah. And this is the guy.
He's the shit.
You know? Yeah, I'm going to have him on Sunday. Let's go to another question. Let's see. Who didn't we get? This is just a comment, really.
Hey, wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
That guy.
Yeah.
I remember the comment. I left him.
Okay.
He did a two-son video. And I thought he was going to fucking bash him. So I watched it, waiting, like, pumped, like, ready to comment something bad. And he spoke really good about him. And then so I left him a really cool comment. And I think I said something like that. Like, man, I was ready to bash you, man. I was ready to go at you. But no, he left a good comment, though. So,
I follow his Instagram, and his stories are fucking interesting, dude. He shows, like, the project that he's working on. And I'm like, there is so many layers. It's insane.
For sure.
I'm like, holy crap, you know? So I think I'm just going to try to introduce him to people. You know, because we want a person like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Everybody. Yeah. Anybody.
Let's do... we already talked about Bang. That was from Pocket Tank EDC. Mild-mannered EDC asks, what do you like most about having a YouTube channel?
Fuck the free knives. I don't know. No. I guess I can be honest. That's probably it. You know, I guess, you know what? Just all the friendship.
He speaks for him only because not me.
Dude, that's so funny. All right, go ahead, man. Let's get to the real
the people fucking are in the community are great. It's basically like everybody's got a relationship with everybody, and everybody communicates and helps everybody. I think that's awesome. I don't think there's any other platform like that. And I couldn't ask for, like, better people to be friends with on social media. Do you know what I mean? Like, you might know a lot of people on social media, but not people that literally go out of their way to help you and stuff like that. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, so, you know, I feel the same way.
We lost you again.
Oh, are we lost?
Can you see it?
It seems like you're coming back.
Something's on the side of the...
No, you're there.
Yeah.
There we go.
We'll let it come back.
You're just skipping a lot, but you're there.
Sometimes it happens. On my end, I think it's going to be fine. Yeah, because you guys are clear right now. All right. So to touch on that, actually, I talked to Patty about that a little bit. That's what kept me in this community. Because he was like, look, I think if you weren't into knives, you'd be making YouTube videos anyway, which he's absolutely right. My main hobby is making videos, seeing how people react to them, and then talking to them about it. That's really, I love doing that. I love talking on camera. And that's one of the things, man. I've never been in a community where people, like, help each other out. Like, someone's son gets sick. We have a raffle with knives that people give in to raise money for them.
Whatever it takes.
Like, the knife community doesn't even fucking need GoFundMe. We, like, make our own shit.
No, fuck no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah, like, I remember the Nick Maffey raffles with JT, which I talked about. So many people, like, pitched in to give money and to buy knives that would go to that charity and stuff. Yeah. Dude, it's just crazy. My
pitched in for a few things.
Nice. My girl pointed out Kelly pointed out a little comment here from...
It's funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
I like it. I want to hear it.
I don't know how to say this guy's name. Maybe you guys know him. DANEGAVRILOSKI. And he's from Instagram. He says, do you notice how much Kara looks like Liv Tyler from Lord of the Rings? Which is a compliment. There you go. Dude, Lord of the
Look
Rings,
her up.
the elf girl. The elf girl from Lord of the Rings.
We get these comments all the time.
Aerosmith's daughter.
Like
Steven
this.
Tyler's
We're
daughter.
looking at it right now.
Aerosmith's
We're
daughter.
looking at it right now.
No.
You're going to be like, oh,
Okay,
thank
while
you.
I'm looking this person
All
up.
I'm gonna
Okay.
say,
Her name is
It's,
Liv Tyler. Liv Tyler. Tyler.
I know who Liv Tyler is too. I just can't think of her face. I know who Liv Tyler. I know who it is. I just can't think of her face.
Oh,
You know?
no. Oh, no.
Oh no.
You've been said that. Somebody said that before.
Really?
Yeah.
Do I wear bright-ass lipstick all the time?
No,
I
but
don't
that
feel
in
like
Lord of
But
the
it's so compliment.
I understand.
in
why.
Lord of the Rings. Not
A lot
out-
of times people
Yeah.
are way off with these, though. We got one the other day about Jared. We get these all the time about, oh, you seem like this or you sound like this. We got one the other day.
Oh yeah. Tell
One,
him.
that Jared sounds like Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs.
Lord of the Rings.
Oh, the other bad guy in the movie, not Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, not Hannibal.
The
The guy who's like in the
Yeah.
mirror with the lipstick.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
He's also. Do you know the movie Joyride?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
You know, Candy Cane.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
she
yeah,
was
yeah.
better in
Yeah.
Lord of the
That's his voice. I don't think I sound like him, but hey, I mean, it's
Joyride,
coming out of my
man,
mouth
that
into
like
my
brings
ears,
me
so.
back. That movie was crazy.
Old one.
With
Yeah.
the trucker.
Paul Walker. Is it Paul Walker? What's his name? Paul Walker?
Paul Walker,
Right, the one
yeah.
who died?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from
Paul
Fast and the
Walker, yeah, the
Furious.
one died.
Yeah. You know what's
Yeah.
really sad about that story is he like died in a Porsche. You know what I mean?
And that's my favorite
He wasn't
car.
That
driving
is
though.
his
He was
favorite.
not driving though. Oh no, wait.
No, I know.
Was it a Corvette or Porsche? I forgot. It's a sports car.
It was a
He was
Porsche. It was a
driving.
Porsche.
Porsche,
And you
yeah.
know, he lived
It was
his
a
life
Porsche.
1/4 mile at a
The
time.
way I'd want to die. He died my death. And it fucking
Don't say that.
so Kelly, how have you been liking being on video with your employees or not employees, the people that
yeah, you know,
Yeah, is
your
that
clients.
weird? Is that weird to start working out in an empty room in front of people? Like, is that weird?
It was at first, but it just becomes very natural.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what I do. So because of that, it's kind of like, you know, at first you're going, oh shit, you know, is this a good angle? Can they see me? Am I able,
Yeah, right.
you know, am I coming across the way that I want to? What are they seeing? And then you just
Yeah.
kind of get into doing what you're doing, which that is the easy part. So when I first got on, I was like, hey, you know, hey, it's good to meet you. How
Dude,
are
but
you
they're
doing?
signing up, man.
Right.
You know?
I mean, but that's just
Did
it.
you know the people already?
These are my actual clients. Yeah.
Okay.
From
Oh.
That makes it
from
a little
you
better
guys.
then.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the hardest part about being in the fitness industry right now is that we are super saturated. Like you cannot get onto like Instagram or Facebook without seeing, at least I
Right.
can't, without seeing like
No,
35
I know what you mean.
new
Yeah.
home workouts.
Hashtag
And-
Fitspo.
You know, the thing
Never
is
rest.
that I love it because I believe in the lifestyle. But as
Yeah,
far
me
as it
too,
goes for like
For sure.
a business perspective, it's very hard to go, oh, but you should pay me and I'll walk you
Right.
through it. Because then it's like, but
Yeah.
I could do 85,000 workouts for free, like right now. And so, you know,
Right, exactly.
I do have to say, though, that some people, they need to be face-to-face with a real person for the accountability to do it. If
Yeah.
I'm just
Right.
like, oh, I'm going to watch YouTube videos and do my workout, it's very easy to be like, I don't feel like it. If I have a
right.
session lined up with an actual human who's going to be there, obviously you're not going to yell at me if I don't show up. But if
Right.
I'm your client, you might ask, hey, we have a session going on, whatever. Like, I don't know how you guys do it, but it does seem like there is absolutely a need for
Right.
the still actual live communication, because I think those people are going to be the ones who are likely to do it.
Yeah, oh,
And
yeah.
you can't just get that for free
Right.
for someone to be really there on the other end of the camera. So
Yeah.
I definitely
Right.
think that there's still a massive need for that.
Absolutely.
The person that I train dogs for, they have a personal trainer.
Oh yeah, he
and that's
trains
what they
dogs.
said,
Oh, wait,
I
too.
you're a dog
mentioned that
trainer
to you.
too?
Yeah.
I'm a dog trainer. I mean, I haven't trained
That's
dogs,
awesome.
but I am a
That's
certified dog
awesome.
trainer. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so
He won't
So
let me
the
have a
person-
dog, but yes.
No, we live in the Bronx and we have 2 ragdoll cats.
I want a golden retriever. Is it too much to ask?
Dude, they would go insane in here. Like my TikTok is just full
Oh,
of-
you got a trainer there. What are you talking about? They'd be fine.
It's
They'd be doing your editing and
so
stuff for you.
tough. I know, right? Yeah, go ahead.
But the person said though the same thing basically, that that they weren't pushing themselves as
Yeah.
much, but once they got a schedule with an actual trainer, now they're held accountable. But
Yeah.
then also the person pushes them, you know, like
Right.
also is inspiring, you know, because they build you up, but makes them do the workout when they're supposed to, instead of like giving up and sitting on the phone for 20 minutes or something. Like, you ready to do this? You ready to do this? Like, keeps them going.
Right.
And she said she busts her ass, but she keeps showing up even though it's so tough because she's got a schedule. It's paid for already.
It's paid for. And that's really what it comes down to, is when you pay for something and then you know that you're going to lose your money. Right. So it's like, how lazy do I want to be? Right. So, and I like to keep it kind of short and sweet. So like a lot of my clients right now haven't worked out for like 3 weeks. They've been through stress. They're ready. Binge eating. Right. So I'm starting them off with 30-minute sessions. And that's enough to get them up and moving 2 or 3 times a week. And then we go into the hour session where their body is now used to it. But yeah, it does. It helps hold people accountable. And for some people, they're home alone right now. And so talking to me for that 30 minutes.
That's a good time to work out.
Yeah, for that hour, that's their social interaction where I'm not telling them like, hey, this is your deadline. And, I'm not their boss. I'm not their, nope. I'm just saying, hey, let's do this. And they're going, I'm binge eating and I've been stressed. And I'm like, that's okay. It happens. Like now, let's get back on track. Cool.
Yeah, now's the time to work out.
And so people can go from self-loathing because they're alone and they're beating themselves up to talking to me and going, oh shit, I'm not alone and I can call Kelly anytime. And oh, that makes sense. And so that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for that motivation because right now it's a really down time. Like if you get on social media and it's not knife stuff, it gets, because it's a niche. So it's something that, you're paying attention to something, but overall, the news is very gloomy.
Yep.
Right.
Right.
And so
right.
you have to have an out. You have to have an out, whether it's knives, whether it's fitness, I don't care what it is. I don't care if people want to get up and sing really poorly in front of a camera and post it on social media for some reason. But hey, I'm seeing that a lot. By the way, I'm seeing it.
I may or may not have done that in a video or two. So
I am sure that it's fantastic.
Exercising definitely makes you happier as well. No matter what.
You feel better, man.
Being depressed, anything, it makes you feel good about yourself. Just makes you feel good. And I'm sure, like, you get this, you're probably like damn near a part-time counselor at the same time, I'm sure. At the same time while doing the workout shit.
There's a very fine line between it. See, a lot of people like to think that personal trainers are also like life counselors and coaches. Yeah, but really, they don't want your feedback. So there's a very fine line between it. So, I have a lot of clients who will tell me X, Y, and Z. And what I've learned is like, just tell them that it's going to be okay and tell them to do squats, we move on.
Push-ups.
Yeah, because people don't want that feedback. they don't want
they really don't. Yeah. They don't. And I have gone through that same thing. Like, obviously, Starbucks is where I typically work. It's not open right now, so I'm out with Target. But when in that line of work, it's a little known phenomenon that baristas are also therapists, or at least people think they are. I fully understand it. It's kind of like being a bartender in a sense. And you get these people who come every day. I cannot believe the secrets I know people who are cheating on their spouses. Oh yeah. I mean, all types of stuff, and they just tell you this, and you're just pouring their drink. Oh, okay.
Cream?
Yeah,
okay.
And I've learned the same thing is you nod, and there is some people who actually do want the feedback. They just want to hear anything. They'll never take it.
No.
Right. They'll never take it. In the few times, it's funny, the few times I've actually given genuine feedback to somebody, they go, oh my God, that is what my therapist said. I'm like, okay, so what are you doing? What are you doing here? Go to your therapist.
I should have charged you more money.
Yeah. What am I doing back behind this counter?
Kelly's over there like, have you ever heard of the pull-up bar? I got just the thing for you.
It's like you're going like, venti Americano for cheating, bitch. No,
Oh, it's so funny because that's so true. It's unbelievably true.
Speaking of outs, right? Have you guys been making more videos? Have you guys been?
Oh yeah, I've been trying to push one out.
Are you just
push one out every day?
Yeah,
I've been trying to push one out every day, but like there's the days where you need to skip because everybody's been doing that. Everybody's been pumping out a video every day, and I know people want the content, something to see, and eventually people are going to watch it, but I don't want people to get annoyed by seeing my videos pop up. So I do want them to be enthused when they see it.
Yeah.
I did get one comment that kind of was kind of like a bummer to me because they were like, I know that. No, and I don't.
What was it?
They just said that man, I used to love it when Neeve's Knives did random videos, like instead of like every day. And it's like, yeah, whatever, it's not that big because everybody else is like loving it. So it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But I do know though, like some people like that I watch, I notice they're posting so much that it makes it to where it's almost like it's not like you're not going to watch the entire thing. I just watched it 10 minutes ago on something. So it's like I might not watch the entire thing when I would have. Otherwise, so.
I don't like the posting every day thing. I'm not a large proponent of that. I think that I prefer quality over quantity, and I do think it's possible to have both. Like so far the videos that you've been doing on a more daily basis, they've been pretty much purely informational, so there's a need for it, like sharpening or something like that. But as far as like if I'm involved like in a video, I want it to be something that I'm doing because I'm like happy doing it, and not just because I'm like, I gotta pump out a video, it's video time. I just not the
and I don't want I don't want her to do a video and not like be happy.
Well, like just as far as like the channel goes and like what I want to represent in the world, it's not I'm pumping this out and shoving myself in your face. Like I do not. There's a lot of channels that do that, and I don't think that's their intention at all. Like some of the stuff is great, and they have far more subscribers than we do. So maybe I'm just crazy.
Maybe we got to do the quantity thing. I don't know.
I think there's a medium is my point. I think there's a middle ground, and I don't think shoving your name in someone's face every day is the only answer. But if you have the content, you have something to say, then make the video.
I think it's different for everyone.
Well, I have so many videos that I've been wanting to do and didn't because I had to do other videos. So I've thrown so many videos on the back burner. So now this is like the time. It's like I got more videos than you can handle. And so I don't want to overwhelm anybody, but I will say though that looking at the analytics, it's all been positive. Right? It's all been going up, like with everything. The watch time, everything, which is awesome.
You know what's crazy is like I know how to read them, and I think I said this last time. Like I don't. It's really stupid of me to not pay attention to them, but I
do, but you don't want to.
I do, but I don't. Right? Like let's say I know how to read it, and I'm like, oh, because I feel like the way that the direction my channel is going. My viewership is fluctuating because I'm doing so many new things. The podcasting thing is catching on now, like the one with Patty and to watch a podcast for an hour is the watch time is much more. Back to the bad comments thing, right? Do you guys are you guys starting to notice like trolls in the comments?
Oh fuck yeah!
No,
I'm
gonna tell you mine. I'm gonna tell you mine recently.
I'll tell you mine after.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I forgot which video it was. Is this a Vivi or something? And it was like just like a girl avatar, and then it points out like, 9:54 pubic hair alert. And I go to the video, I go to 9:54, and it's like, I'm like panning on a picture of the Civivi Statera, and there's like a cat hair in it. And I'm like,
there was an actual hair though.
Yeah, but I checked the person's page, and it's like, they like all this weird random shit. Like I know they're just like trolling for the sake of it. I'm starting to see like weird stuff. Like I thought it was hilarious. I like favorited and liked this comment. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we always like the trolls. We never like, my biggest thing is that
I talk to them.
We always like the comments. We never really delete the comment. The only way I would ever delete a comment is if it was directly being like mean or hurtful to somebody else that wasn't us. Like that was probably like, we don't need that here. But I never delete comments. Like I've had the weirdest comments towards me, even way in the beginning. Like not often, it's super rare, but it'll be like, like to Jared, like asking if they can have his wife or something strange like that. And we'll just be like, no man, she's just for me. Like
you know what I do? I not feed into this shit, but I think it blows them away. They literally shut up after that because, and I don't say nothing mean, I get funny with them.
We never get a troll twice.
I don't get mad.
Never had a troll twice.
Fuck if you. Of course you're gonna say some shit. So let's talk about it then, bro. You want to talk about this? Let's talk about this.
You're never mean.
No, I'm nice as shit. I'm like, hey, you want to talk about this? Let's talk about this. And they always just go away. And then it's like, oh, the joke like didn't hurt my feelings, and I think that's what they were looking for.
Yeah,
they're looking for it to piss me off and be like, "Fuck you, man, ban you."
Yeah,
I'm like, I just talk to them like, you know, laugh about it and be like, "Yep, you're right."
I usually try to crack jokes. Yeah, I just try to like make a joke out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and there's some people who wind up staying around after that and being regular viewers. There's this one guy who one time, just like a dick, posted a comment and was like, "Oh, you should do reviews naked." And I think I responded something like, "Yeah, man, but YouTube won't let me." You know what I mean? Just something stupid like that. And I see him pop up saying regular stuff now all the time. And I think because he didn't get under my seat, "Oh, fuck you. What do you think this is? Like, just because I'm a girl doing like, I didn't do all that." And I genuinely don't feel that way. Like, you can't decide to get into this and not know that the more popular you get, the more dislikes and negative things. But if you're engaging with me, you're helping me. So joke's on you.
I don't want to start a shit fire right now, but there's about nothing nobody could fucking say that either that would get under my skin or that fucking I wouldn't just answer. You know what I mean? Like, because I mean, fuck, man, just life and just bullshit is way more fucking hurtful and more like bullshit than your question. And some questions, like, I want motherfuckers to ask me some crazy shit. Like, come on, give me some juicy shit. Come on, you know, like that's the way I think in my head. And then I'll get some boring stuff, and it's like, oh, all right, you know, and I'll answer back. But I mean, fuck it, I don't really care. But we did get somebody the other day, but I think he was actually being serious. So it was a video that we did together, and he was calling me a dickhead, saying like that. Like, he said something like that.
He said that, like, that you sounded like this with Buffalo Bill when he said, oh, no. He said, your husband's speech impediment is hilarious to listen to, but makes him sound
like a dick,
like an asshole or something like that. And he's like, sorry he ruined your review. What a jerk off. And, and that was the only comment that I've ever answered back with a little bit of fire on my tongue. It wasn't mean what I said, but I just kind of, you know, threw back a stupid response like, you know, I can't even remember what I said, but, you know, it was just a little witty response.
I just answered him normal. I was like, hey, she's the one who edited the video, and she must have liked it. I was like, I don't know how you can watch one video and determine that I'm a fucking asshole to my wife.
With your speech
you know, exactly. So, whatever.
Let's go to a question here real quick, right? This is from Seems Logical. If you owned a spaceship, what would it be called?
Fuck, man.
Kind of throwing you in for a loop there.
This might take a couple days. Damn, a spaceship. So I'm going into space with it.
Yeah, like we're traveling, bro, like on some Starfleet shit, you know?
Okay.
Because United, you are the leader of the space fleet, the Space Force, right? You're the one, dude. What are you going to call it, man?
I don't know. Fucking probably have something with bang in it. I don't know.
The USS
Bang, bitches. I don't know.
I would go with something a little more clever. No offense.
It's like,
I'm
fire gang torpedoes now.
I would go with my ship would be called Karambatan. And the reason why is because it kind of sounds like my name. It also kind of sounds like a karambit, which is like a fighting knife. So that's sort of like spaceshipy. You know, and then just adding like Ton at the end of anything sounds like spaceshipy or something like, you know, like Megatron, like a like a transformer. Okay. So I just feel like all together.
Karambatron. That's good.
Yeah.
I'd probably let Kelly. I would probably let Kelly like name our ship, and she'd probably call it like the USS Snow White or something, like some Disney name.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Like the USS Tangled. That. You know what I mean? Like
the Disney
Tangled.
Yeah, she loves Disney, so.
I don't think I want to be on a ship called the Tangled. That sounds scary.
There's like show tunes and just Disney music playing throughout. She, you know, she has an acting degree. I don't know if you guys know this. She has an acting degree.
I've heard you say that.
She was a singer. She was a singer in high school. So she's very into like Broadway, completely different than me. Like not into horror, loves Broadway, loves musicals.
That's awesome.
Like cheery stuff. I'm over here watching movies. I'm like, yo, this guy just killed his kids. Like, you know what I mean? She's like, what? She's like, I don't want to see that.
Yes.
You know, so yeah, what would you
I
call
think
it?
we have a weird like thing like that too, where we have like this like weird interest that kind of are opposite. Like I play classical music on the piano. That's totally off the wall, something he doesn't get into. So like it's kind of weird, and I probably can relate to Kelly on that manner of having like a weird off the wall thing that doesn't necessarily mesh with the relationship, but it works because everybody needs their own thing at the end of the day.
Yeah,
I think acting's hilarious. So like us with Douglas, like I just obviously have to do these little skits with Douglas, you know, in the background.
Oh, I love it. I love doing those.
So I gotta like
funny.
act it out and talk to somebody, you know, and then enter in the voices later. So I'm talking to fucking nobody, you know, I'm talking to a stuffed dog over here.
He's real.
I gotta make it funny as shit. So but I've been getting into it kind of. I think it's hilarious.
Dude,
so.
I love that you're getting into that. I've been doing a lot more like sketches in my like my TRM Adam review. I made a wig out of like magazine paper, and I was pretending to be my mom. I was pretending to be my mom.
Why didn't I see that? Fuck, that pisses me off.
Yeah, and TRM watched that shit. Like
I'm
whatever.
watching it now. I'm totally
She was
watching
like, "You have a very interesting voice." You know what I mean? So I had my cat doing an unboxing, like holding the TRM. Like it was, so I'm trying to do a little bit more of that stuff, man. Fuck, I was gonna ask something. Oh yeah, actually, like recently, you know, because Kelly and I love completely different kinds of music, right? Like in the morning. What
kind of music?
Like, look, when Kelly is getting ready, like in the morning, she's listening to like really like classics, but like really old people would listen to it, like Sinatra, the Rat Pack stuff, you know, like like for like an hour, bro. You know what I mean?
Right. Sounds like my sister.
So like recently, I was on TikTok and I found this group that did. It's a crazy fucking song. So there's a group, Dimitri Medina, I think is the name of the group, right? I think that's the name. Anyway, I'm going to splice it in here so people can listen to it.
Okay. But all rise from the ashes. You took everything from me. All you did was stand and watch me burn. But all rise from the
But it basically like mixed, like they did their own vocals and it was like metal, like hardcore metal. But then the song that they produced was like hard style, dubstep, and trap like together. It was fucking so sick.
It's awesome.
And that was literally the first song that me and her were like, yo, this is fucking bumping right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. That was the first time that just happened recently. What do you like? Oh, me?
I listen to rap. I listen to everything, first of all.
Me too.
Fucking everything.
Yeah, I listen to everything.
I don't have nothing that... The only thing I kind of don't really listen to is country.
I'm not a big country guy.
Country.
But I do know it.
Country, but...
Yeah.
Because of my mom growing up, maybe. But other than that, though, I listen to lots of rap. I listen to rock. Oldies. Everybody's got to love oldies.
Yep.
But for the most part, I mean, I get into, I don't know about you. What kind of music do you listen to, first of all?
Well, I mean, I DJ'd dance music for 10 years. So, like, it's very electronically driven. But I'm just like you. I listen to everything that you listen to also. Okay. But if I was going to work out or something, I would probably throw in, like, an electronic thing. Because, like, the beat is steadier.
What about it? Did you say when you're working out or at work?
Working out.
When I'm working out. Oh, I listen to podcasts. That's, like, all I
That's it? No music ever?
I do sometimes. It's mostly like dance music. Sometimes like old like hip hop stuff, like Biggie and shit like that. I mean, every New York person's just.
Well, I'm just gonna be honest right now. I fucking hate dance music.
Yeah.
So I might just throw that right out.
That's.
Hey man, some people don't like it. You know.
Listen to any like EDM, dubstep, anything down that avenue. I don't think I've ever heard you.
So you're not into the new school like rap stuff, which is mostly.
Oh yeah. No, I was going to say,
electronically driven.
If it's lyrically driven, I could see him liking it. But you know how like there was that time, and I know it still exists, but there's a time where it really like there was a huge influx of people listening to basically pure instrumental type EDM and dubstep and things
like
like
trance,
that, where it would,
things like that.
Yeah, it would just be like a lady barely coming in and saying some weird word right at the drop, like dun, 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 my baby's 5 or something. You know?
Okay, I know what genre that is. I'm not a big fan either.
Yeah, that's
that. It became really mainstream. You know, like Rihanna would sing on it, like, and it would just be like, throw your hands up. Right. Like, I'm not super into that. I like really creative stuff. Like, there's a lot of outliers that I'm like, this motherfucker spent time and is trained,
and actually thought about what he was saying.
You know, like they made their album according to the music videos they were gonna make. You know what I mean? Like the old school way of doing a music album. You know,
well, I don't like the crazy auto-tune shit. Like, don't get me wrong, there's some good songs out there where they just they killed it and it's good. And especially like if they got a really good hook, you know, like that, you can listen to it. But I know like those, for the most part, for them pretty easy. But I listen to a lot of people that are just, they're auto-tuned so bad. And like, I know they sound like shit otherwise, and then they're saying 3 words the whole time. And it's like, man, I can fucking do this right now. You know what I mean? I can make one of these rap songs right now. So that doesn't really entertain me. But ones that are lyrical and I know it's like coming from the heart and they're actually creating a message, I guess. I love that shit. There's a lot of underground people that aren't really that big. Some of them are really big. But they're really good out there right now. So I listen to a lot of that. And I even get into like some like the beefs and rap battles just to do it. It's on the fucking internet. So.
Yeah, and just to throw it out there, I don't only listen to the Rat Pack.
Oh, I didn't think you did.
No, she listens to other shit.
She listens to Frank Sinatra all the time.
No, I said when you get ready.
She wakes up for a full hour, and that's all the music.
She's getting ready, put on her makeup, and it's like, I'm like waking up, like, can I take a piss?
All right, so there's a whole thought process behind it, because my mom is Italian. And so my grandmother used to play like Rat Pack. So when I hear it, it kind of just takes me back to like home, right? So when you're a kid, you have that like just carefree feeling. So I like to start off my day, especially
as a 60-year-old.
When as I don't give a shit. Like, hey, maybe if I'm retired and I don't give a shit, well, I don't care. Like, I just want to start off carefree. Like, that's my
that's awesome.
But like,
it's weird how music does that to you, though. It can bring you back to a time like that and actually create an emotion that you get when you hear that song or that type of music, and either pumps you up or, you know, maybe, I don't know, makes you think sad, whatever the emotion is. But it's weird how music can do that to you. Just, you know, especially stuff that you grew up on or whatever. I love music, though.
Just to throw it out there, my biggest pet peeve right now in music, 100% biggest, is mumble rapping. I absolutely, but it's because
I'm an Asian.
Having a background in like any form of singing, like literally, I just don't know when that became like the fad that it's okay to not understand what somebody's saying, and then I feel like I get frustrated listening to it, and I'm like, well, I guess
me too.
All right, but I don't know what's happening.
That's exactly my whole thing with it. Is like, as an ex-music producer, like some of the beats are so dope.
Yeah,
like
that's it though.
But then literally, the guy's like, "My name is Ray." That's what you know what I mean? And that's it, too.
But ironically,
I think that I do kind of feel like I remember the development of it, and kind of the problem with it and where it came from is like back when like the Migos, if you guys know who that is.
I think it came from Future. There's a rapper named Future.
Future was a big one. Migos were a big one, and there was these couple songs. And if you actually go back and listen to those particular songs that kind of started that craze, they actually do have understandable lyrics. It's the flow that's kind of different. And then I think what happened is more and more people got on that choppy flow and just started doing that same thing, and that became trendy. The songs that had that did well, but then you get people that are less and less talented and just hopping on the trend doing it. And so I don't know, I think it became this thing. I've heard straight from interviews from people that a lot of times drugs influence like the whole like clenched jaw thing, like Future saying
a lot of drugs.
So I think honestly though, back in the day we had like lines in rap songs that you still didn't understand, but you knew there was real words behind it. You just had to go look up the lyrics.
Or maybe they're just being spoken too
These
fast.
are made up words. Some
Yeah,
of
but
them
if you
are not
remember,
Right.
like it,
Yeah.
I could think of a few songs.
my age is gonna show, but
Yeah.
Busta Rhymes was
No,
I
both,
love
Busta
both Thugs in
all
Harmony,
right,
dude.
and so you
They
had,
like you didn't know what
yes,
the fuck they
and
said.
they everything was like, could you speak as fast as them?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you knew what they were saying, and you'd have to listen to it, and then you'd try to say it, and you just fall all over your face
Yeah.
because it just
Yeah.
couldn't come out. Right?
There's
But I
ones
mean,
Bring
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
in. Come on. Bring
but
it in.
Yeah.
when you listen to it, you knew what he was saying. Like
Yup.
you just know
Yes.
what he's saying. Or
Yes.
you had that one friend who always believed that there were no words, so they were just making sounds. And
Right.
then
Yeah.
they'd be like, and
Yeah,
you look at him and
exactly.
go, what? You know that's not what he's saying, right? No, he's not saying anything. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
No, I hate it when like when people like visit my shop and they're like maybe cool with someone that works there or like my brother or something. And
Yeah.
they're like, yo, you want to listen to my like my new track and shit? And then I'm like,
My
No.
mixtape, you
and,
almost
and-
got a mixtape?
yeah, and it before I even say anything, like they're pulling out their phone and I'm like, okay. You know what I mean? And I have to like
Let's
sit
see
there
this
and be like,
stupid
yo,
shit.
that's really good, man.
What is this?
This is what you need to do if that happens. Take out a lighter, okay?
Yeah.
Light the lighter when they ask
Yeah.
you. Go, this is your mixtape, and blow out the flame.
No.
They'll walk
Yo,
away.
Bro, you know what you
Tell
need to
them
do?
right now.
You know what you need to do?
I just made that shit up.
Next time that happens, say, yeah, bro, I'll check it out, but I want to show you my knife podcast.
Yeah.
Watch this. Watch this. It's about
Yo, check this
45
out.
minutes, bro.
Just like show
5 minutes. Make sure you catch the ending.
That's so
the
funny.
people never like I never promote my stuff to people unless they ask what I'm doing, and usually
Yeah.
the response is like, oh, cool, man.
Like our first
Yeah.
date.
Yeah. She was like, Kelly was like, why folding knives? I'm like,
Like, you know, when you're
They
sitting
fold.
face to
What the
face with
fuck?
somebody and you meet them and you're like, and they're, he goes, yeah, I'm a YouTuber. I review folding knives. And I'm like, poker
Okay.
face.
Yeah.
Why folding knives?
Is he joking? Is he joking?
Internally,
right now?
I'm like, he's joking. He's
Yeah.
a killer and he's going to murder me. Right? There's multiple avenues, but like I had to,
Yeah.
Van Damme it so that he couldn't tell.
There was
Right,
a question about this. Let's see if I can find it here. You guys carry on. I'm gonna look for
Oh
it.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine that'd be pretty interesting for the first time to meet somebody, be on a date, and they're like, yeah, I review folding knives.
Yeah, that didn't happen to us because
Yeah.
we started the YouTube thing together. So I never had that.
Yeah.
But see, I'm the type of person where, first of all, I did know you had an interest in knives when we met. And I was just like, oh, that's awesome. What kind? It sort of was, I grew up where that was already sort of a very like not weird thing to be interested in.
I definitely inspired her though to start getting more interested, because just from the building aspect and the yeah, I guess just the type of quality, you know, from certain knives and the build quality and how much time it takes to put into it, and just like the thought, because she loves like artistic shit and she loves like
Right.
Don't call it shit.
stuff. She loves, you know, she loves a lot of things, and I think I just got her interested in the whole build quality thing and something being quality and taking so
I think
much
it was
time.
more the usefulness at first and it grew into
Right, but just everything, just every aspect, and she she definitely took the interest.
That was the
It's kind of
question.
easy to get somebody
actually.
involved once they realize how useful they are.
Yeah. So basically, Jared is the one that started with the knife thing first, and then it
Yeah,
sort of
my
got
whole
you
life
into it.
I've been.
Okay, that was the question. Forgot who asked it.
Well,
Forgot
it's
who asked
sort
it,
of-
but that was the question.
It's sort of not straight up like that though, because the thing is that when we got together, he was not collecting knives at all. Now he didn't have.
I
don't
had
think,
just sold all my
Yeah,
knife
he didn't have one knife when I met him. Not one at the time.
We met at hard
And
times.
we met at very hard.
How
times.
did you
We were
guys
both-
meet? That is one of the questions.
You don't want to know.
You don't want to know this. I was not well off at all. I was basically homeless at the time, and I met him, and he helped me out a lot. But that wasn't really the reason why. Like, we just met, and from day one, it was like, we are together, and this is what we're doing, and we just never broke from that.
Yeah.
Like, he proposed to
We
me
grew
within like
together.
3 months, but we didn't
Yeah.
get married for quite a while later. But
Yeah.
it was just the point of like, no, this is how it is. It was sort of a love at first sight thing, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, you could put it that way for sure. But
Yeah.
yeah, he didn't have any knives or anything. So it's like, it was a hobby he had at one time, but like we restarted it together. I knew he wanted a knife one year for Christmas, so I got him like this assisted Kershaw, but he liked it at the time. And then,
assisted Kershaws were the shit back then.
Yeah. He got me a knife the same Christmas, and like we both wound up carrying them like every single day from there. And then like he kind of would buy more, and I'd be sort of annoyed, like, you already have a knife, why do you need another one? But then it just became like a regular concept of like, this is cool. And that's the one thing I think I always tell people that I love about Jared is that when you're with someone, you want them to bring out the best in you. And one of those things he brought out in me that I don't think I had before I met him was really appreciating the beauty and the craftsmanship, or the innate beauty in stuff. And I know that sounds crazy, but like just like something someone can create, or like noticing the beauty in like
I work with my hands,
art, or like building a house, like these things that I never paid attention to, like, oh yeah, someone built that, whatever. But it's like from him I see how much goes into that now, and I appreciate it, and I never had that before. So
but we did meet each other on really hard times, so we could only went up, and I had just sold off, like I probably had over 100 knives, and I slowly went through them and sold them all. So I was literally completely out of knives, and and then we grew the collection together. But like when we were, like I said, we were in a hard time, so like there was only up from there. So we basically, when we met, I mean, we hit it off so well, and
we were in a room full of people talking. I'm pretty sure everyone that was there got extremely pissed off because we were just only talking to each other from the second we met for like literally hours, and they were just all like, do you guys even know we're fucking here? Like they were all pissed. And I don't think from that day we ever really separated. So it's just been.
That's great, man. That's amazing.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. You guys know that Kelly asked me to marry her, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
She did the switcheroo on me. I didn't know what to say, but I knew I wanted to say yes, but I just kind of went with sure.
He said sure.
I mean?
No.
He said sure.
I was like, sure.
Oh no, true to form. True to form. Yeah.
You guys, we have done an hour and 30 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
An hour 40 maybe. Is there anything that you guys would like to plug? Anything you want to tell the people? I'm sure this is going to be an amazing podcast for them. I had so much fun. I should drink with you guys again next time.
No, we should definitely do this again.
Yeah. Anything you wanna, any last things you know
what? I would, but I feel like if I do, I'm gonna leave people out. And I don't want to do that, and then somebody feel like that they were less important than somebody else. So I'm just going to tell everybody that I love them, and that I love how far we've gotten, and all the friends we've made, and all the people that are supporting and helping us. It's amazing. The community's amazing.
I have one thing that I want to one thing, not a person, a thing. We are going, if you are somebody who watches us, we are going to be trying to attempt to do lives more frequently. We just
How was that? You guys did one recently.
It was amazing.
We've actually done two. The first one we put up, and then we just deleted the extra recording. I don't really remember why. We did another one last night. It went well. We're planning like games for them, and they seem to be going well with like an average viewership of like 40 during the stream, which is really more than I thought it was going to be.
Just imagine a room with 40 people in it. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then we get lots of views after. People are like, oh, I missed it, blah, blah. So just if anyone is watching this that watches us, keep an eye out for that, because we're kind of bad at like notifying people. We're trying to.
But we're going to start though. I've been posting it on Instagram when we're going up, and then also been doing like a YouTube post. You know, you can do those YouTube posts.
Community posts. Yeah, I've started doing that. They're freaking weird. Like, I don't know if I'm reaching people. I don't know what's going on.
You are. It'll be, you do, because I see other people.
Yeah, I see them. And I always say yes or no or comments, or I don't, and I just know.
You mean like a poll, right? Like a poll? You do like a poll?
Okay, talking about polls really quick. I'm doing polls now
on Instagram.
And I'm probably going to do them on YouTube too, where I make the video out of that poll. So that the viewers can, or the people on the poll can be involved in the video.
That's awesome, actually. I love that. I saw the one that you did. That's where you like shouted me out, and I was like all giddy and shit. I was like, look, it's me, Dave. I was like, I love that, man. It's a really amazing idea, actually. So speaking on that, there was something, it reminded me of something we're talking about right now. Patty, I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast, but he gave me an interesting idea, and I kind of want to do it. and I want you guys to be involved. He wants like a few reviewers on a setup like this, and we all talk about the same thing, like one knife or whatever.
What do you mean? I'm
like through.
Like, let's say we all have it. Let's say we all have it, right? Let's say we all have, you know, whatever. The what is this? Fuck, I forgot what this is. The exec, I think.
Okay, I do not have that.
All right. Anyway, let's say we all had it, right?
Okay.
We all have it. We're all gonna say our piece about it and kind of like talk in a podcast format about this thing. Maybe for a shorter time, 20 minutes. 25 minutes.
Maybe do a couple knives even, maybe.
That's really cool.
Yeah, he thought it would be interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
Because I always come in with that negative. So that's what I like to do. I like to come in with the bad. You like a Sabanza? I fucking hate Sabanza.
There you go. I rest my case. No,
yes.
Enough said.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think that's incredible. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
So
I do think that's a really good idea, and it also makes it to where you can do maybe a couple different knives and get everybody's opinion before you see the review.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can actually get everybody talking about it right then. You know,
I think again, I think just getting reviewers together for the people that watch us, it's like a treat for them. I don't want to like sound egotistical at all, because I didn't go into this podcast thing thinking that, but that like I feel so much more connected to people because I've been doing it. Because I literally tell them fucking everything, right? But I think they would get a kick out of it.
Just a guy alone in a room and having us together is interaction. It's more entertaining to watch. So.
You guys were awesome on the podcast, and you were awesome as well.
I was here.
What's your name? Kelly, yes, you were.
Kidding.
Thank you for coming, Kelly. This is great.
This is amazing. We'll do it again. I'm probably going to release this in 2 weeks.
Okay.
I'm going to give that guy that Jared and I know about some shine.
Yeah. No, that's
Friday.
awesome.
Yeah, I want him to. But thank you guys for doing this, man. This was amazing. We had a great time. I never know how long it's been with you guys, man. This is the EDCCP, and it's your boy Ray saying peace. And Kelly and Jared and Kara. Peace.
Yo, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so we can squad up in the comments.